What's up, everybody? Anthony here, specialtymotorcars.net. And now it's part two. This is, to me, the most satisfying part of a rescue mission. Is taking a car like this and getting it cleaned up, just with basic cleaning to make it shine again. This car, if you don't remember from part one, if you didn't see it, this car I purchased. It was a local car. It came out of a 10-year slumber. It's been sitting under a carport. Believe it or not, even as dusty as it is, undercover. But I think they took the cover off at some point, and it's just accumulated so much dust and dirt on it. You can see here how nasty this car really is. 2011 was the last time this car was stickered, but the car is in really nice shape. It's been neglected. It's gotten dusty, and you can see the layers of dust and the cobwebs all over it. But I can see underneath all this dust and build up. There's tons of cobwebs and stuff all inside the cowl area. We're gonna clean that all out. Under the hood, there's helicopters. Get all this chrome cleaned up too. I can't wait to do that. All this chrome here is gonna clean up so nicely. We're gonna clean all this stuff up. You can see all the stuff sticking around in here. Try to get some of that stuff out. Try to pressure wash the engine bay. Just look at this. All this stuff is gonna come off, and we gotta get this car looking nice and clean. And then I'm gonna make a decision at that point as to what I'm gonna do with this car. Am I going to keep fixing it, put tires on it, brakes? It's gonna need a going through. I got the car running, but I didn't do a full mechanical updating. It's definitely going to need some more work, and I just got to make that decision whether I want to do that or not. But even at 130,000 miles, the condition of this car is actually in pretty good shape. The top is in really nice shape. This is a common wear spot for the tops on these cars. It's still very soft. Obviously dirty. The car is dirty, but I can see underneath all this dirt that it's a really nice car. Now, one thing I am going to do is I'm going to swap the rest of the wheels and tires out, because these things aren't holding air very long. I have to keep putting air in these nail guards. I think the wheels might be leaking. I do have the original set of wheels. They gave me those. They're in my truck here with the hubcaps. So I am going to swap those out. I'm going to take the rest of those broken mud flaps off and put the original wheels and tires back on it. But just look at some of this stuff. This is I don't know, crap. It's everywhere. It's kind of the silliest. I'm going to vacuum the outside of the car. And what I mean by that, I'm going to take my little shop vac. I'm going to try to get my crevice tool and get all in here, all inside the windshield cowl, and get all the leaves out of there. Because once that gets wet, it's just going to turn to crap, and it's going to be hard to get out. There's a few spots where a little bit of leaves and stuff are in here. I'm going to try to get that out of the jams, out of the gaskets. And that way, when we wash it, we'll have less debris coming out of the car. All right, so now I was able to vacuum out all the stuff that I needed to vacuum out, filled up my little vacuum, but I took the air cleaner off, got all under there, got my hands all greasy, cleaned all inside the cowl here, You can see, you can see how nasty this car is. But that light duty cleaning is done. So now I'm going to put the wipers back down. Hopefully they seat themselves. Yep, they do. Okay, we'll see if it starts. It does start up again. Disrupted some stuff under the hood there, so wanted to make sure of that. Now I'm going to degrease this engine bay. What I use is just a regular engine degreaser. Spray the engine bay. I'm going to spray everything. I mean, this car is just so dirty that it really needs everything to be soaked in. And what this stuff does that I have, it's kind of like a gel. And it's not very, well, it is a liquid, but it's like a liquid gel, and it just kind of covers everything. And it sticks to it. I let it sit for maybe 3 to 5 minutes, start the car up, and then I'm going to pressure wash the heck out of everything under here. Trying not to get the sensitive spots wet, but really I need to get this bay cleaned up, so we're going to do the best we can. I literally unloaded a whole bottle on this engine bay, and you can see how everything is soaked, but it's slowly starting to run down. I mean, just look at that gunk and buildup. Oh, look at that gunk. Soon to be no gunk. What's really cool is it has some original writing on the hoses and stuff. So let's set the pressure washer up and get this thing cleaned up. Get this 4100 shining. Dirty water coming out of the bottom of this car. Oh yeah. So now I'll let the car run, and the heat generated from the engine will dry the engine bay quicker. And I'm going to prep the outside. We're going to get this thing cleaned up and washed up nicely. Start with the top, and I'll work my way down. I'll do the top first. I'm going to pressure wash the whole car. Do the top, wash the body, wheel wells, but pressure wash is going to be our friend here because we got to make this top look as new as possible. But I mean, even just listen to her run. She runs really good. Should probably take those out. Runs really good, nice and smooth. You can see the difference in just pressure washing this side of the hood. I mean, it's still dirty. You can see the dirt in it. But it's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Started in on the top. You can see the top is starting to look good. I'm going to get it all pressure washed, hand washed. I got to get layers and layers. Look at this. It's like layered dirt on this car off. But I think it's going to look good. First complete pressure wash, and you can see how good this car is already looking. I'm gonna have to go over it again. We're gonna get a little bit more finer in detail. I gotta clean the top. You can see a little bit of I don't know if it's mold or mildew, but I have a solution to clean that, to make that top look nice and new. The secret is to clean cloth tops or vinyl tops like this. If you got like mold and mildew spots, take a look here. You can see, now I washed this, I even pressure washed it, and all these little spots still aren't coming out. But you can see right here how nice and clean and like new this top looks. So don't give up on a top if it looks like this. What to use is a spray bottle with outdoor bleach. Outdoor bleach, we're gonna spray it on the car. Don't breathe it in. Don't do it on a windy day like I am. It will get on your clothes. It will ruin your shirt. But spray it on there. Now when I do, you can take a scrub brush. I like using the magic erasers and just kind of working it in there. And you can see it taking that mold and mildew off the top. Look at that. Still a little bit left, so I'm going to spray some more on there. I'm actually going to let it sit a little bit so it kills the mold and mildew spores. We'll let it sit for a few minutes and we'll come back to it. I let that soak in. You can see here, I haven't even cleaned it yet, but you can see here how it's diminished the mold and mildew. So I'm going to do a fresh coat of it, give it a nice scrub with the eraser, and this thing is going to look brand new. The whole top on this car is going to look brand new. And that's the big thing with these cars. Look how nice this top is going to look after I clean it. That's probably a $3,000 top. You know, that's most of the value of this car, is just replacing the top. So this is going to make a nice car for someone. Now that it's dried a little bit, look at how clean this top is over here. You can see this is the after. I did across the back once. We're going to go around and show you what I started with. All this mildew and mold. I mean, you think you just rub it off. It does not just come off. It's like into the material. So you spray. See this? Look at this. It's all in the material here. You spray that outdoor bleach. I'm going to do this section here. Look at how moldy this is. See that? I'm going to spray it and forget it and rinse it. Right, Papa Bear?
Right.
What are you, rinsing out my hubcap?
No, I gotta get the spare tire ready in case you get a flat.
I just did the final rinse on this top, and look at how beautiful this top is. Absolutely stunning. I mean, it looks brand new, doesn't it, Dad?
It sure does.
It's crazy. So what I do is outdoor bleach. I do it 50-50 if they're strong, or you could do it 20-80, depending on how bad, you know, what your cleaning is. But I ended up doing this top like 3 times. First time I do small sections. Second time I kind of soak half of it. And then the third time I'll soak the whole thing and clean it. And I went through probably 2 or 3 magic erasers, but I think they work well. You could also use a scrub brush, but here it is. This is outdoor bleach. It's for like siding and stuff like that. Get it probably like Home Depot or whatever. Clorox makes it. But look at how nice that top is. I mean, it's wet now, but I mean, just there's nothing. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So now on to the rest of the car. It's looking good. We're getting there. It's going to be a pretty car. Might want to keep it. So for my next quickie clean on this car, so you can see like the grime on the bumper here. This is the wheel acid that I use. It's like a chrome wire wheel acid. And I'll spray that on here. You can see it. It's very strong, so I don't let it sit for a long time. But you get it on there. We'll put it on the top of the grill. Try to clean that rust off of it. Let's see what Now that the outside is clean, and before I show you how good it looks, I'm going to put the top down and we're going to get this inside cleaned up. Get it vacuumed. It's not going to look pretty. Obviously, we got a lot of wear on the seat. But we're going to get it vacuumed, freshened up as much as we can, and show you the final product here. So let's get to it. Put this top down. I already unlatched them. Oh, wrong way. I don't want it to go all the way down. I'm gonna let it sit like that, just so I have a little bit of sunlight. All right, ran a quick vacuum over the interior. There's really not much else I can do with the interior. You know, straighten out the floor mats, stuff like that. But just the wear on the seats, there's just really not much you can do. But I did vacuum it. It vacuumed up nicely. You know, the seats are nice and clean. It does need the window motors for these quarter windows. These don't go down. You know, but it's presentable. It's clean. But you can see here, like, steering wheel, there's nothing I can do with that. I just wanted to clean this car up to really kind of get a good look at it, to see, you know, what it looked like, what I should do, get it running, and start it up. Runs great, you know, nice and quiet, 4100. All the power seats work, back and forth, front windows work, top works. Look under the hood. You know, needs detailing. This needs to be cleaned up. You know, this is like, it's almost like someone might have painted this before. But you get a little trim black and that'll clean that up nicely. Yeah, but for the most part, you know, aside from this surface rust, it's really not a rust bucket. Like, the car is actually in pretty nice shape. Is that HT 4100? You know, it looks really good. Come around this side. And again, you know, unless I start replacing door panels, you know, where you going with it. But again, cleaned it up. Looks good. Looks good. Looks good. I like it. What do you think, Papa Bear?
I think she looks pretty now.
Yeah.
Ready to roll.
Ready to roll. Man, this thing must have been gorgeous back in its day. And the top, look at this top, how nice this top came out. I just killed the bug on it. Look at that, absolutely beautiful. Listen to that HT 4100 run. Detailed all in here, sprayed all the cowling or the radiator support. New alternator, new Delco battery. She's charging nicely. Look at the light shine. Look at that, huh? This car cleaned up so nicely. Obviously the tires are original, but I like the way that it looks with the hubcaps rather than the wheels that were on it. Plus those wheels leaked. Top looks amazing. Very few minor just wear marks, but top came out so nice. Really just these filler panels here and the outside would be pretty nice. Yeah, I definitely like the hubcaps better. Look at that top. What do you think, Papa Bear? How's it look?
I think she looks nice.
Came out nice, huh?
Yeah. Good looking car.
Very nice looking car.
Yeah.
Paint on it. Yeah, very, very clean. No.
Get her out of the way.
I was just about to give you the final update on the car, but as you can see, it's already on a transporter behind me. I had someone reach out who saw the video of me progressing with this car, wanted to buy it, made me an offer, and there it is, on its way to Houston, Texas. I had a lot of fun with this car. I was glad I was able to get it. I was glad I was able to clean it up. I'm glad that somebody is taking it to the next level and taking it on and bringing it to that next level. She'll enjoy her new home down in Houston, Texas. There she goes. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Got lots of updates coming. Yeah, so there it goes. 1984 Cadillac Eldorado. Let me know what you think down in the comments. How the car came out. You know, what would you have done? Would you have went a little further? Would you have ended it where I ended it? You know, the car runs, drives, looks good. Needs a little bit more in the interior, cosmetically, but the body of the car looks so well. Anyways, we'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye, Cadillac Eldorado. Until next time, enjoy your home in Houston, Texas.